Today. I mean, I want to talk about teachers. I couldn't believe it when I heard this morning that the Australian Education Union is planning on taking what they call protected industrial action as early as late this year. Now, look, I get that teachers always want a pay rise and so forth, and apparently what they're asking for is a 7% a year pay rise for 3 years and a 6.5% increase in their superannuation. But now is not the time. I mean, the protected industrial action being proposed by the Education Union, and by the way, we did invite Meredith Pearce from the Australian Education Union to come on the program. Now, normally she's pretty good about coming on. Most of the time when we ask her, she says yes. Well, not today. Anyway, if this goes ahead, and apparently 97% of teachers in the union have supported the industrial action, teachers could refuse to write school reports, they could refuse to take part in staff meetings, and they could even walk off the job. Now, all this is at normal times. It's pretty normal for public sector unions, refuse to work or work to rule and hopefully get a better pay deal. But this is not the right time. At best, if we open up in a few weeks at 70% double vax, kids will maybe go back to school for, maybe 5, possibly 6 weeks, what remains of this school year. The bulk of the school year, of course, will have been spent at home doing home learning. Now, those of you who've been listening to me for a while know that I believe, as a parent, home learning is better than nothing, but it is nothing like kids being in the classroom. Kids need every single one of those 5 or 6 weeks that they will have at school, and early next year when they go back to school. They cannot have teachers in the state school system going on strike. Now, the teachers' union says, we're burnt out, we've been working so hard, we do hours and hours of unpaid work a week. Well, I get that, I do, but guess what? Public sector teachers in the real world, people are going broke. People are working for massive decreases in their pay because their business isn't going very well. All their business has been shut down. No teacher has suffered a pay cut during the pandemic. No teacher has lost his or her job as a result of the pandemic. Now, yes, teachers, I'm sure, are working very hard, and I'm sure teachers don't like doing home learning, but they are far better off as a group of workers than most other people in the economy, certainly here in Victoria. And let's not forget about the kids. That's what all this should be about. The kids are at school. They need to be going to school. Now is not the time for industrial action. I do believe, this is just my opinion, that the Australian Education Union is basically trying to blackmail the state government.